Greetings. You're welcome to another week of your experience with me, your fashion prince. Last week we spoke about trust. You can see Don's friend at the end of the day with all the love, everything, still betrayed him. But no problem. Don't ever stop trusting people. Now this week we have somebody who tells you that greeting could have advantage and also disadvantage. Now, what exactly is she trying to say about greeting? Today is her experience. So let's join her at her location and find out the impact of greeting in this episode.
Good afternoon. My name is Ajiyo Alexandra, and I'll be sharing my bad experience during the Sars protest. So, there was this Friday where Daddy Gio and his son put up this prayer wall for people that wanted to come together for the whole NSAS thing. So I happened to go to camp, and then I spent the night there because the program ended by past 7 to 8. So I had to spend the night there, and I left the next day like past 10 in the morning. So on my way, the road was blocked from way down, and that was because the whole NSAS protesters already filled the road. They put these roadblocks everywhere. So I took a bike from Mowe to Becca. On my way, before getting to Ibafo Bridge, I saw some thugs that were like, Auntie, you know go say NSAS, and I greeted them, and I was like, NSAS, oh. And I passed, and along the way there were some hoodlums snatching phones from cars. They will wind the glass down or break the glass, then they will hold the person on the passenger seat and ask the person on the driver's seat to pass 2 phones or the phones of everyone in the car to them, and they will collect the phone and they will run away with it. So while I was on the bike, I had to bring my bag forward because I had my wallet there and had my school ID card, my ATM cards and everything. While I brought the bag forward, I wasn't even sure if I should put the phone inside or if I should just hold it and hold my bag. So while still contemplating, a thug came to me and he tried snatching the phone from me. And then I held it properly and I looked at him. I was like, kilo pepper. And then he was like, free the phone. And he punched me on my nose. Then we dragged the phone. He got me off the bike. We're still dragging the phone. Everybody was too scared to come out of their own vehicle to fight, apparently. Then gracefully, the hoodlums I greeted earlier were the ones that now came forward to come and fight for me. One of them that I wanted to throw the phone to while dragging me was one of the people I greeted earlier. So he threw the phone at the person. The person was too busy coming forward to come and meet him to fight with him. So on the road demarcator, the phone fell on a little pile of sand. So when I saw it, I just left him and the other people he was fighting with, and I went to go and pick my phone. I didn't even know I was bleeding from the nose yet. It was when I crossed to the other side of the road to go and meet the Okada man that he was like, my nose mask is red and bleeding. So he gave me a hanky that we tried using to suspend the bleeding. Although it didn't stop, it went on like that from Ibafo till I got to the hospital. That was like 3 hours minimum because I got home and everything. It was around past 3. So by the time I went to the hospital, they were like, I'll need to do an x-ray for the nose, possibly, if need be, they will cast the nose with POP and everything. And I was like, wow. At first, it didn't seem that bad. It just seemed swollen a bit. So I slept and woke up later. And I couldn't see because the whole thing increased and it was distorting my view a lot. And it was like that till Monday that I went to do the x-ray. And they were like, it's just a fracture of the bridge, but there's no need to cast it within a maximum amount of days. It will come back to its normal shape. So I took rest, I applied plug on the nose and everything. I was crying at some point because it was so bad. My face ID couldn't even open the phone because the face changed entirely. But little by little it healed and everything. I cried a lot, like big time. But we moved. It gave me post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) because whenever I was walking on the road, I became scared that anybody approaching me would be coming to drag the phone again, or they would be coming to punch me again. And I don't know, for a while I couldn't walk peacefully on the road and everything. But little by little, I got myself back and I prepared and I came to school. So that was basic. Good afternoon, guys. It's your girl Ajio Alexandra, and you're watching Your Experience with the Fashion Prince.
Welcome back. This is still your experience. Now you found out that greeting is so important. Can you see that those young guys or so-called area boys, like we do call them in Nigeria, ended up helping her because she greeted them along the way. Imagine as she was coming back from the prayer city, she passed them, ignoring them, and at the end of the day, they find out that she's still the same person being robbed. Do you think they would have helped her? No. But just because she greeted them, showing them that they are also important, even though they look rough, they ended up fighting their friend to protect her. If not, by now, she would maybe something else would have happened, and at the end of the day, she would have still lost her phone. But just because she greeted them, they came to her rescue, fighting their own friend that they've been joining to rob other people for her. As in, this is wonderful. That's to let you know that please don't neglect people. That doesn't mean, yes, there's advantage and disadvantages. We've seen where people greet someone and they end up disappearing. But please, as your spirit lead, always learn to greet, because those people we greet along the road might still be the ones to come help us someday, or even help our family members. Sometimes we do good not for today, but for tomorrow. Please always greet as your spirit leads, and God will always protect you. Please stay safe. COVID-19 is real, and Tombra TV loves you. Your Fashion Prince loves you, and this is your experience. So this experience was with her. It could be yours tomorrow. So please, if you want to be part of this program, don't forget to contact us with the WhatsApp number below. And also, you could also get us on Facebook, YouTube, and all those things. And please don't forget to subscribe. And if you've not, and don't forget to place your comment. Also, please see this video, because we need your help to go all the way. Stay blessed. It is still me, your Fashion Prince. See you same time next week. The world is at your fingertip. Bye for now.